Hello everyone, this is Gavin Mountford here, founder of doubleyouronlineproductivity.com, and welcome to this overview video of the workflow that I use in my life and in my business. So basically I take stuff that comes into my mind, comes into my life, and I put it down on paper. I collect it, I capture it. I then take that information and put it into my in tray or my in basket. I then process the information, organize the information, and then do that information. And through that workflow, there's actually 5 phases to the workflow. Phase 4 is reviewing on a weekly basis. But through the workflow, I'm taking the information and the ideas that come into my mind, I'm converting them into projects, into action steps, into routines, into batches that I can then do on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. You know, some of the information that comes at me gets deleted, gets binned, gets referenced, gets saved for later, and basically I've got places I can keep things using the internet, using certain tools that I use that are very, very powerful for this, and make your life so much easier. Or I can add things into my folders that have got A to Z categories or certain areas that things go into, so I can reference them to find them later. Now, I don't have papers dotted around my desk, I don't have things all over the house like a lot of people do, because I've refined things so it's so much easier for me to be able to actually find the information when I need to and take important action on it when I need to. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you through the actual workflow of Getting Things Done by David Allen, and this is something similar to what I use. I've adapted it very slightly for use on the internet because I run an internet business, and you may do as well. Or you may just want to use this to get your life under control, to get the random inputs that life throws at you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and be able to make sense of everything that comes at you so you can deal with it on an ongoing basis. So I'm going to show you the actual workflow right now. So life basically throws random things at us. We get ideas in our head, we have ideas for projects, we might think of songs we want to collect so we can listen to them in the future. It might be someone's birthday, it might be you're working with somebody else and they ask you to do something, you might be in your day job. It's things that come at you all the time, so it's everything that comes at you: email, notes, to-dos, tasks, you know, lots of different things. That is called stuff, because at the moment we haven't defined what it is yet. That's the most important thing. So just stuff, random stuff that comes at you, things that are in your head. We take that stuff and we put it into our in basket. And again, in my 5-part video series that I've recorded specifically to go into a lot more detail of this, I show you exactly how to take the stuff and put it into your in basket, and then process it, organize it, review it, and then do that action. But for now, it goes into our in basket, and the first question we ask is, what is this? What is this thing that I have in front of me? Is it actionable? That is the second question to ask. Is it something you can do now? And from that, we've either got yes, we can do it now, or no, we can't. And when I say do it now, we'll come to that in a second, which is, will this take less than 2 minutes? Or if it's something that you can do, you then put it into a different area. We'll come back to that in a second. So is it actionable? No. So whatever I've got in my in basket is not actionable. I can't take action on it. So it could be something that goes straight in the bin, trash it, something that I want to store for later reference. It may be something I want to do in 3 months' time. It may be something I want to do next year. It may be a place, a restaurant. It may be a book I want to read. Something like that goes on my someday maybe list. Or it may be reference material. If it's reference material, it may go into my trusted system online that I store my information on, which again I talk about in the next video. It may want to go into my filing cabinet or my little filing box, which has got lettered, numbered numbers and letters and categories where things fit. So if it's not actionable, one of those things happens to it. Now, if it is actionable, the first question to ask is, what is the next physical action that I can take to move this forward or to complete it? And from that it comes to, will it take less than 2 minutes to do the action? If the answer is yes, then you do it right now. Because basically, if you're going to go through the next stage of this and you're going to put it into your system, you're going to schedule a reminder for it, then chances are it's going to take longer to get it into your system than it is to actually do it now. And that's what I do with email. You know, I go through my inbox, I process my emails, I look at the email. If it takes less than 2 minutes to do, I'll send a quick reply off to somebody to move that action. If it's going to take longer than that, I put it into another place where I then go and do that action later. So yes, we do it if it takes less than 2 minutes, and we finish that there. So that's the action done. We've got it out of our in basket. We've done the action within less than 2 minutes, finished, gone. If it's not doable within 2 minutes, then two things can happen to it. We can either delegate it to somebody else, because it may be something that somebody else needs to do, maybe a partner, maybe a child, maybe a work colleague or associate or a collaborative partner. Then we delegate it to that person, and we put it into a list called waiting for. And this basically means that I am still tracking that item, and I can check on it every week. If somebody hasn't got back to me with that item within the week, I'll follow up on them. I'll say, hey Steve, you know, I'm waiting for whatever it was I sent to them. How's it going? And I'll ask them. But I can check that, I can monitor it, I can track it in my own system. And this is so important when you're working with other people, or you're at work, or you've got collaborative projects going on, that you need to be able to track that very importantly.